Make some noise, guys! What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Woo! Keep Canada free!
Freedom!
Woo! We want freedom! Your silence is compliance!
We want
Freedom!
when we want it.
Now!
There are many different opinions out there about how to stop the spread of COVID-19. Some people believe that masks and social distancing work. Hey, it seemed to work for the flu, didn't it? Somehow we were able to completely eradicate the most common household virus on the planet, so it must work, right? Just not for COVID, I guess. Others think vaccinations will stop the spread. I mean, they don't actually change your status as a carrier or spreader, meaning you still have to wear masks, social distance, and quarantine after being vaccinated. But I guess maybe they're timed to release vaccinations, so they'll work when the government says they're going to work? I don't know. I stopped trying to keep up a long time ago. But then there are others, like many of us here today, who believe that the best way to actually stop the spread of COVID-19 is to stop the spread of fear first.
Yeah!
The mainstream media and our corrupt government have tested positive for fear-mongering, yet they refuse to keep their social distance from us. Instead, they spread their sickness in absolutely any way they can. TV news reports, live stream video updates on YouTube, sporting events, our workplaces, shopping malls, schools, hospitals. So how do we stop the spread of fear from taking hold in our communities? We fight it with facts, and we fight it together. First, the facts. You know, the things they don't want you to know. The things they ignore, censor, and silence. The facts. They don't want you to look into the numbers. They don't want you to know that 77.4% of all COVID-attributed deaths in this province have 3 or more serious underlying health conditions that contributed to their passing. They don't want you to know that the average age of a COVID-attributed fatality is 81 years old, yet the average lifespan of a Canadian male in 2020 was 80 years old, and the average lifespan of a Canadian female in 2020 was 84 years old. They don't want you to put those two stats together and wonder whether the average age of a COVID death is actually just the average age that people are generally dying in this country. They want you to close down your businesses to stop the spread. Yet did they ask for the same sacrifices to be made by our local Walmarts or the Costco? They don't want you to know that while the average Canadian citizen is estimated to take the biggest financial hit since the Great Depression, the dirty 30s, the 65 declared billionaires in the United States increased their total wealth by a combined $1.1 trillion since March 2020 when this COVID conspiracy first began. Why don't they want you to know the facts? Because facts are the enemy of fear. And fear, my friends, is the enemy of freedom. As proud Albertans and as proud Canadians, we stand here today in defense of our freedoms, but also in defiance of fear.
Woo!
We refuse to live our lives in fear. We refuse to live a life without the freedoms that we are promised as tax-paying, hard-working, patriotic Canadian citizens.
Yeah!
We refuse to allow Justin Trudeau, Jason Kenney, Dina Hinshaw, Theresa Tam, or any of these people whose medical advice we did not ask for to dictate whether or not now is the time for us to have freedom. Freedom does not come with an asterisk, and we did not forget to read the fine print. Freedom is freedom!
Woo! Freedom!
And that includes the freedom to make mistakes, to take risks, and to decide for ourselves. We may not always make the right decisions. In fact, many times we will not. But that's okay because we learn from them and we push ourselves to do better, and we grow into better people as a result. That is why freedom is essential. Let's not forget why we are truly here, though. We have gathered together as people from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, races, religions, and occupations for a very serious purpose. We are in some very, very dark times, and we have even darker times ahead. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Everything we hold dear, our lives, our children's lives, our freedoms, and our communities are under attack right now. We are treading on dangerous ground in this country, and we all know it. Our enemies have many weapons at their disposal. The media, the police, the courts, the education system, our healthcare. We know how powerful they are, for they have done significant damage to our lives and our communities with their attacks. They have wounded us in many ways, and we all feel it in our day-to-day lives. Yet I ask you one simple question. Are we defeated?
No!
Or are we standing here together today as free human beings and as proud Albertans and proud Canadians who refuse to give up and refuse to give in?
Yeah!
Are we going to comply with their lockdowns and their quarantines?
No!
Are we going to allow them to destroy our local businesses?
No!
Are we going to stand by in silence as our children are denied their future freedoms?
No!
Your presence here today is your answer to these questions. And I stand with you. We stand together as proud Albertans.
Woo!
What do we want?
Freedom!
What do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
We want freedom.
We want freedom!
We want freedom.
We want freedom!
No more lockdowns.
No more lockdowns!
No more lockdowns.
No more
Your
lockdowns!
silence is compliance.
Your silence is compliance!
Woo!
Woo!
Freedom.
We want freedom!
That was enthusiastic. Let me know.
We want freedom! We want freedom!
We want freedom. We want
Freak, are you kidding me?
If I go too crazy, would you come and save me? I don't know how long I can go, taking it slow.
game day in Game 1. Was he brave enough to make eye contact? Way to fight for your freedom! Strength and love!